Hello and welcome to Back to Basics Meditation, a free meditation for you to enjoy and share around should you wish. In our daily lives we tend to create a lot of complexity. We tend to put so many things into our lives in way of overstimulation from news, from people around us, from social media and the likes. That often result to us carrying heavy loads around every single day. We are worrying about what other people think. We worry about what's happening on the other side of the globe. We worry about potential dangers in the future, and often we worry a lot about what we didn't do in the past. We also get overwhelmed by all the requirements from us in way of education, in way of social status, in way of what we may have said in a situation and what that makes other people think about us, and the list goes on and on and on. That can often result in us ending up in complete burnout, overwhelmed to the level that we can no longer cope. We feel overstimulated, we feel anxious, we feel fearful, we may have problems sleeping at night, we may have problems thinking clearly, and maybe we become depressed, maybe our anxiety go up, maybe we get confused. Carrying around a lot of stress creates things like cortisol and adrenaline that, with a high level of exposure, make us age before time. It gives a sense of life without well-being. It gives us a sense of feeling a little lost. It may drain our energy, and all in all, it builds up to a point where we no longer know what to do about it. When we get to such a point, things start becoming darker and heavier, and even simple tasks can be very difficult to manage. So let's deal with that for a moment. One of the ways we can deal with it is we can put a little stick of dynamite under it all. And when we deal with it in way of blowing all the unnecessary stuff away, we don't need to worry about what other people think all the time. We can blow away all the requirements, because as long as we create a life where we are happy within ourselves, then that in itself will be an incredible experience. So after we have blasted everything away, we will expose ourselves to a little cleansing process. We may just wash through any areas that carries a lot of tension. And as you do that, you might find your body is becoming lighter and lighter. And just look at that rain and imagine that's raining down over you. And if you want to close your eyes so you can imagine it a little clearer, feel free to do so. Just imagining how all the water drops are cleansing every single part of the body. And feel the pleasure of that. After having cleansed your body, maybe your mind is feeling a little heavy. That is very easily taken care of, because you may imagine that your blowing fresh, cleansing and healing air to your mind. You just really feel like dust being blown out of a dark room. How you may find that that's starting to lighten your mind. You may be able to imagine the wind blowing over your head and into your mind. You may be able to find that all your thoughts are blowing out of your mind and maybe leaving a beautiful, quiet space. Through the process of washing your entire body and blowing air to your mind, all the tension, all the stress, all the bad thoughts may have loosened from your body, and they may start raising into the thin air. Every single time a little bit of tension, a little bit of stress raises up and disappears into the universe, you may be able to imagine that you're starting to feel lighter and lighter. As you're looking at all the little stress balls, little stress balloons, little stress bubbles, whatever you wish to call it. You may find that when you are gazing at them, they're disappearing into the universe, and as they do, they're becoming smaller and smaller. And as they're becoming smaller and smaller, you may start feeling lighter and lighter. And if you do a little scan of your head, maybe you'll find there's a little bit of congestion left in there. So we have a way of taking care of that. And when you're washing through your mind in this big, wonderful, big, juicy, industrial washing machine, there's a sense of your mind getting even lighter and lighter again. And you might feel all the aches, all the years, all the aging have been washed off as well. And as you look at your friend, you feel so light and elated that you feel like giving them a little kiss. That beautiful, useful process that takes place when we get rid of stress. When we get rid of all the experiences over the years. We also develop a sense of playfulness. A sense of lightness, joy. And when we imagine that, you may even find you're getting younger and younger again. And that youth developing continues All the lines are disappearing out of your face. All the well-being increasing even further. There's a beautiful sense of going back in the years. Unraveling the aging process back to this place where there was no complications, where there was very few expectations. There's a beautiful sense of all the responsibilities gone from you. Back to a place where it was about laughing, eating, and getting changed. No pressure, no tension, just pure enjoyment. It almost feels like you're getting younger and younger. Every single breath you take are making you younger. And suddenly you may have the feeling and the memories of a time where you're living in a very protected and very safe environment. It was warm. It was safe. And there was such a beautiful sense of enjoyment and calmness to it. Imagine being in that space where you're completely protected and so very calm. You may almost be able to see yourself smiling. And the feeling of not having to be anyone or be anywhere might be a very pleasant feeling for you. So calm, so relaxed, and so wonderfully still. And I invite you to close your eyes when you're ready, making sure you're sitting in a comfortable position. If you're sitting in a chair, your knees should be on an angle of approximately 80 degrees. Your back should be upright, and you can have your hands in the lap. And for the one of you who have done my meditation course online, you would know all the different positions you can sit in and also all the different hand mudras. And just allowing yourself to start focusing on your breath. Notice how the air flows into your nostrils. Notice how your stomach is raising when it does so. And notice on the exhale how your stomach is lowering. And feel the airflow going out through your nostrils. And from a pure point of observation, just sit still for a moment and just observe the airflow. And notice the feeling of the stomach raising and lowering. No force, just observation as the air is going in and out. There's a beautiful, quiet space arising. Maybe your space right now is the same as where I'm sitting. You may be able to hear all the bird song behind me. That's not actually recorded. That's from my backyard. So much calmness, and you can even tell your conscious mind that it's welcome to go and have a little rest because you don't need it right now. There's no thinking necessary. Just a sense of awareness, an awareness of where your breath is, an awareness of any sensation around your body. There may be a wonderful feeling of you having been under that beautiful rain cleansing your body. You may be able to feel your mind and the lightness after it has had a good blow through. There might be a wonderful sense of lightness after you watched all those little balloons of tension raising into the air, never to be seen again. Any intruding thoughts can be put into one of those balloons and just allowed to raise and disappear into the distance. If there's still thoughts coming into your mind, you may just stick your head into that little washing machine you saw earlier and rinse it out a little bit. And imagine any intruding thoughts are just being washed away. You may remember how you felt quite old in the beginning and how you're feeling younger and younger. You may remember the faces of the two little children kissing. Feel the love, the playfulness, the lightness that we sometimes forget in life. You may feel yourself turning into the little baby. The little baby that just lays in a snock and warm and safe. There might be a wonderful feeling that you're feeling that right now. Take a moment in silence and notice that. So very, very calm. And as you're letting go of all your belief systems, all your learnings, all the pressures, all the overstimulating, and letting that raise into the air, you're likely to feel even lighter and lighter now. And in a moment, you may feel that you have become so useful, you're back in your mother's stomach. And as you see yourself in that beautiful space, everything may go completely quiet for a moment. And it's like you have entered a completely new world of protection, of calmness, of peace. You may be able to feel the heartbeat. And it's time to train our minds to exist in stillness for a while. So I'm going to give you 2 gaps of 5 minutes with complete silence. And for you to take with you on your journey, remember if intruding thoughts arise, just acknowledge them. Notice they're there, don't go into any conversation. And maybe tie a little balloon to them and raise into thin air. Or maybe imagine you have a little conveyor belt above your head that any intruding thoughts can be put on, only to disappear into thin air. If you lose concentration on your little journey, when I let you go for the first 5 minutes, focus on your breath. You can also focus on a little mantra, such as, I feel peaceful, I feel peaceful, I feel calm. Any of, whether it's breath or a little mantra, will bring your mind back into meditation. And remember, meditation is not about force, it's about allowing to happen what happens and just go back to the core. You can also focus on the music and really notice the nuances in the music. And you can even hear the little heartbeat in the background. You can also focus on that. So for the next 5 minutes in stillness, I wish you a pleasant journey. that was an enjoyable 5-minute journey. It's a beautiful feeling of allowing everything to just go and be what it is, and just observe what's going on around you. Having the feeling of laying in utero, being a clean little fetus without any beliefs, having no self-expectations or expectations from others, just in that beautiful, warm, quiet space. With only sound being the sound of the heartbeat. There may be a wonderful feeling of being weightless. You don't even have to eat. You have to do nothing. Just enjoy the silence. Just enjoy being in that space of naturalness. Just enjoying all the feelings around your body. You may choose to do a little body scan. Is there any feeling around the top of your head? Is there any feeling around your forehead? If there are, simply breathe in through it. Is there any feeling around your nose? Noticing the air going in and out through the nostrils. Any feeling around your mouth? Around your mouth or inside your mouth? You may press the tip of the tongue lightly against the roof of your mouth. recognizing that most meditative breathing is done through the nose. But as we are observing the feeling around our mouth, you may open your mouth and breathe through your mouth. And pay attention to the feeling of the airflow going in and out through your mouth, past your tonsils. And as you're exhaling, coming past your tonsils again and out your mouth. And gently close your mouth. And pay attention to how your throat and the area immediately next to the throat feels. Going to the back of your head. What are the feelings there? Any temperature? Going down over the back of your head into your neck. And imagine you breathing in through the neck. When you're sitting in that beautiful, warm, protected space that the fetus would have been. As you go down to your collarbones and feel any feelings in or around the collarbones. Going down to your pectorals, if that's what you have, or pectoral booties. And feel any sensations around that area. Any sensation around your shoulders? Flowing your attention into your upper arms. Being in this protected space, the warmth of the womb Feeling your forearms now being almost weightless from being in utero. Feeling your wrists and into your hands and your fingers. Noticing what it's like to be a cute little fetus shilly. No name, no identity yet. Just a wonderful, warm, little worry-free fetus. So young. You have not even got a ding-dong or woohoo. Completely free of any identity. And the freedom that comes with that. You don't even have a name. You're just pure beingness, pure lightness. Having the privilege of not even having to go to the toilet in this space. As you're paying attention to your upper back. Flowing into your lower back. And into your solar plexus. And in case you do not know where the solar plexus is, it's a little area that sits where your ribs are meeting in the V. Flowing the attention into your stomach area. Noticing any pressures. Noticing if there's a temperature. Any kind of sensation. And a feeling of a relaxation that starts to go deeper and deeper. And even deeper now. So much wonderful, wonderful calmness. As you're flowing your attention into your buttocks, the gluteo maximuso. Gluteo maximuso number 1 and number 2. How are they feeling today? Are they relaxed? Are they tense? they have a temperature. And allow the focus to flow into your sexual organs. And notice any temperature as well, as that tension is flowing into your hips. Feeling if there's any aches or any pains. And enjoying the lightness every single time there is a lightness. Bit tension flowing down over your thighs, and maybe you can notice the pressure from the clothes, if any. Is it a smooth feeling? Is it a coarse feeling? Feeling the back of your thighs. The same thing, is there any sensations? Is there a smooth or coarse feeling? Is there any temperature? Sending a bit of gratitude to yourself, of allowing yourself to have this wonderful clear space to just relax. Just allowing yourself to be in a space where there's no name, there's no sex, there's no expectations, there's very little thought activity. Just in a space where you allow yourself to be in a deep sense of calmness, in a deep sense of relaxation, and a deep, deep sense of peace. Noticing the beautiful little rhythmic heartbeat happening in the background. The gratitude for not only you giving yourself this space, but for knowing the enormous amount of healing you're offering your body by just following a voice, by just breathing. By just listening to the music. By being challenged by intruding thoughts and not starting to fight them. By sometimes noticing their little mind blabber. And with a smile, just disengaging from it when you notice it. As you're sending your attention towards your knee joint, with a sort of the amazement of how beautifully engineered a knee joint is. So much calmness and so much relaxation as you're paying attention to the back of your knees. What are the feelings? What are the sensations? Flowing attention into your shin bones. Cleansing, healing, relaxing on every single breath you take. As the gentleness goes into a light focus on your calf muscles. Imagining, feeling how they're relaxing now. Imagine the sensations when you're in this space of just beingness, without any expectations or stimuli apart from my voice and some music. And flowing that tension into your ankles. And into the top of your foot. And into the soles of your feet. Paying attention and gratitude to the fantastic engineering piece of you being able to stand on your feet. You being able to balance, you being able to walk, you being able to run or jump. Such a privilege to have those functions intact. As intention is flowing into your toes one by one. Now observe your whole body. There might be a beautiful sense of relaxation. You may be able to imagine what it's like to be in utero again, protected from most sounds apart from the heartbeat. Not having to eat, not having to poop. No cognitive thinking requirements. Just a space where you can allow to be. so much peace, so much calmness, so much stillness. So much wonderful, multi-layered, juicy beingness. Tonight, today, wherever you may be, you have had greater and greater moments where you had to control your mind without any narrative, and I hope that has been a pleasant experience. It has been an honor and a privilege to be with you on this little journey for the past hour. And I bow my head in respect for you for investing this time in yourself. That, for the one who has done my little course, knows how many hundreds and hundreds scientifically proven benefits you are getting from this. And very shortly, when the bell goes, I invite you to take the time you need to come out. And I bid you good night, goodbye, farewell.